Welcome to Thinking in Turns. This right here is a little bit of a special video because it is my first match on the 1v1 ladder in Wesnoth. As you see this AmazingToast guy, yeah, that's me. And I'll try to talk over the replay. I didn't do live commentary because turns might take up to 10 minutes. It would be just way too long. But I'll just do a short summary of what I was thinking and how I was playing this game. And yeah, enjoy. So I selected Orcs, the Northerners, as the faction. You can go for a random faction and like decide, but I just selected these ones because I think it is the easiest faction to play, or one of the easier ones, because they don't have a lot of different tactics. Usually you just want to rush the opponent as quickly as possible, and preferably start hitting them on the first night to abuse your chaotic advantage, right? And the units that you recruit the most, especially early on, are simply grunts because they are the most cost-efficient units. And after the first night, it can get a little bit difficult. But if I can play rather well until until turn 7, so for the first 5-6 turns, then I think I should be at least good to go as a newbie here, right? So, what did I do? First of all, you see me chatting a lot because it is a little bit of a noob match. It was a fun one. I recruit 2 Wolf Riders. Why am I not recruiting the full keep? Because of the upkeep. So I don't want to recruit the full keep because these units will probably not get here in time anyway. And there are 2 more keeps in the way, which I can recruit units from. So I might as well just walk to this keep in 2 turns, to this in 3 turns, and recruit the units from here. And until then I'll save a little bit on this upkeep cost. These 2 Wolf Riders will just go to the villages. One is going south, the other one is going for the village up front. And that's the main thought process. So we grab the village. And after we grab the first village, we just keep on walking to try to test the moves a little bit, see if I can scout anything, get a little bit more comfortable with playing Wesnoth. And this is what we do now. We saved on the upkeep on the first turn, and now we get to recruit units from up front. Now, the main reason why I'm going in north on this map particularly, this map has 2 lanes, one up north and one down south. The main issue with going south here, I want to start attacking on turn 5 or turn 6, because that's when night is happening, right? And I'll take way too many turns to actually get to a village here. This is the first village that I can get to in the south. This one. It will take me 4 more turns to arrive here, which will be way too late for my attacks. So I need to go north, because it's going to be 3 to 4 turns to be here to be able to hit. And this is still in line with my plan. So yeah, I see the recruitment, we just recruit a full horde of grunts, and that's all we need. So I go forward, we scout a little bit. I got a quick wolf, so I get to grab this village first. Just a minor thing. I still don't know who I'm playing against at this point. This my opponent did go for random, Mr. Caterloopillar. So I don't want to recruit too many units, like assassins or archers or anything, because I don't know who I'm playing against. So I'm just going for the overall best unit, the best general's unit, which is the grunt. So I walk up a little bit. I see the first unit, which is the thief. It means I'm playing against dwarves, and I got a little bit scared here, because dwarves are kind of rough to get through. And I'm also fighting chaotic units, which will also be strong during the nighttime. But it is what it is. We do commit to the orc playstyle, and I'm just pushing my units forward. Even going with the leader, even closer to recruit some. Now I did recruit 1 assassin into the mix, because I know dwarves have a lot of healthy units, a lot of slow and healthy units, which assassins generally do quite good against. You poison them, then they need to retreat, they need to... There's quite a lot of movement and actions to heal back up. And I thought, yeah, having 1 assassin in the first attack might not be too bad. Now I'm scouting down south a little bit, just to see what's going on. We move up with our Wolf Riders first. And now I basically have all the information I need for the start. So I see, okay, I'm playing against dwarves. I see there are some guardsmen over here. A Thunder Guard, a Footpad, 2 thieves up front. And in this position, as an orc, obviously next turn is the turn that I want to fight, so I need to move into position now to be able to start fighting. And these two villages are kind of exposed. The thieves are not the best at defending stuff. And the most important part that I'm seeing here is his leader is in the southern keeps, so he can't recruit reinforcements right here. And also he has a lot of clunky, slow units down here, which will not arrive in time to this fight. And so the Thunderer needs 2 turns at least. This guardsman can only get to this village. His leader is too far away. And this guardsman is also too far away. So this kind of gives me an opportunity to set up and look for a fight on these villages during night time. And having numbers advantage, right? So here I could decide to either send some units south and pressure both sides, or to fully commit to one side. And I decided to commit to one side, simply because I was confident in this fight, since some of his units just wouldn't arrive on time. We recruit one more assassin, because I see a lot of guardsmen, and the best way to deal with guardsmen is usually to ignore them, or to poison them and, you know, walk around, hit better things. Now, I do move my leader to the southern keep, because I think since I'm kind of leaning on the side, investing a lot of units on this, I should be able to recruit 1 or 2 defending units here, because he will try to counter push me, because he can't defend this northeast in time. That's the most natural response. So I'm pushing my leader over here, so I can recruit from this keep and stall long enough for me to capture these villages. My opponent also retreats from here. He gives up the villages, which is technically a good choice, but you can't give up too much on the villages. I would have probably moved the guardsman over here, at least try to stall for time, hold as much as possible, as long as possible. Yeah, we didn't get a hit with a quick grunt. Good 2 goblins. These are probably the most cost efficient to stall for time. They have decent-ish HP, they have decent-ish defense, but also they only cost 9 gold per unit, so you can lock villages quite well with them. Yeah, I'm just moving up here. I'm not attacking because hitting a guardsman on a village is not really that beneficial, especially not if you only have 2 grunts on it. So I just want to wait, first of all, to see if these units will start engaging, because if they do, they will be on a bad terrain for them. But also, if he keeps on pushing forward, I can just get more units into play to pressure this village. I already got 2 villages, so I am ahead on economy. And if I can stall for time long enough, either by defending well here, or by getting more villages quicker than he can get mine, I should be winning out because of economy. So you can see some engagements now. I'm decide to hit the Thunderer with my goblins. There's not really much else to do. And I might be able to damage it enough for the unit to need to heal up for 1, 2, or 3 turns. And the Thunderer is a very good unit for him, or rather difficult unit for me to deal with, if he is on the offensive and that's the initiative, because of his devastating range attack. Yeah, there we go. He keeps on giving more villages, especially this one, to save his thief. Now this is a little bit of an awkward spot for me, because there are 2 dwarvish guardsmen which are super tough to get through. This one is on a hill with 50% defense. This one is in a village with 50% defense. And I need at least 2 turns to get through them. If I'm unlucky, it might be 3 turns. If he had these guardsmen on these villages earlier, maybe even a little bit further up on these hills, then I would have probably not been able to make this attack. I guess I would have just taken way too long to defeat them and to get any value, and then I would have needed to shift onto the other side. But since he's starting defending now, when he already lost 3 villages, I'm quite confident in making these trades, even if it's not a good time of day. Simply because if I trade units more or less evenly, I will have more gold than him and win out long term. So here we go, the poison from the assassin. That's what we need. It's some good hits. And right here, all I'm focusing on is trying to delay for as much as possible. I just want to make it as difficult as possible for him to reclaim these villages, so I can keep my gold lead. Once you have a gold advantage, once you start snowballing in these 1v1 Wesnoth matches, it is very, very difficult to lose. Because you can just keep throwing units to your opponent, and he can't really deal with the tide. Which is also what orcs are very strong at. So yeah, I get a little bit lucky with my assassin. Was kind of funny, he dodged all the hits. And this is quite an important one as well, because if I lose this village, it opens up a lot of other villages in my back. And also it will just give him more tempo to get back to his gold income. But yeah, then he misses a shot on my spearman here. Misses one hit from the fighter. And he doesn't get any of my villages that turn. Like, this was very, very horrible. I'm already pretty far ahead, I think, in gold. So at this point, it's mostly just cleaning up and defending. I know I have basically won most of this. Get another stroke of luck here by getting two hits on the 70% thief. It just means I need less units to make progress here. Right. And now I can start moving my units back to make sure I can defend this. If I can hold like one of these two villages, or even stall them long enough for to build some force here, he will just run out of money, because all he has are these two villages over here, and I'm gonna take most of these down south very soon. Dwarven units aren't really that good at the mobility-wise, so he will need a long time to be able to move south and reclaim these. So he had decided to recruit 2 troll whelps. It was a really tough choice. I spent quite a lot of time debating over what I should recruit to defend, and whether it should just be grunts. The reason why I really liked the troll whelps here is because of their regeneration at HP per turn. And they have some resistance to bladed pierce, which is what I'm mostly facing right now. Especially the Knalgans are a little bit scary with their massive pierce damage. Which they do only 14 off the troll whelp. But the reason why I also was a little bit scared of recruiting trolls is they do best on hills and mountains. You see 50% defense here, 60% here. And quite bad on open terrain, like 30%, 40 on forests. So I wasn't really sure if I want them, but I felt like it's the best choice for me to stall the game out. So I went for an assassin and 2 trollers. That's what the gold allowed me to do. Assassin in general also, again, quite good against dwarves, to be able to poison the guardsman, maybe even the enemy leader. Yeah, he gets a little bit unlucky here again. Can't get the goblin. These goblins are carrying the game right now. But finally gets my assassin. And takes most of the villagers down here. You can see he has plus 15 gold in gun. Well, I have plus 21 gold after catching this village, and it's just so much more economy than he has. It's daytime, I don't really want to engage in fights too much, I just want to stall out. But since these units are so low already, I thought I might as well use the economic advantage that I have and try to kill them off before they can recover. So we start moving from the south, there's nothing else to do for my grunts over there. We start moving in here. And get this village back. I moved my leader back because the footbed would have been able to take it, which again just makes things a little bit annoying. And you see these troll whelps, even though the terrain is not the best for them, they are still pretty good meat shields at stalling out, and they will recover 8 HP next turn as well. So conceptually, I think it was a good buy. So we got all the villagers down south, where the massive intervention, and now it's just about finishing up the game. Because even if I get super unlucky here, I can just start on recruiting more units. And I have so much income that there's no way he will keep getting away with luck forever. So at this point we're having a little bit of fun in chat because we know the game is likely over. Just want to play the game out. Yes. Pretty important concept to block the recruitment village, so he can't go back recruit more units. Probably doesn't matter much this game. But it's still nonetheless, yeah. And after this turn, the game ended. I fucked up a little bit with the replay. Yeah, and that was my first game on the ladder and my first win. So all hail the Northerners, all hail the Orcs. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.